Oh, we're on. Are we on, are we? Oh, right. Tēnā koutou katoa, no mai, haere mai. St Patrick's College Silverstream is the venue this afternoon for a historic traditional occasion. New Plymouth Boys High School, founded in 1882, one of New Zealand's preeminent rugby establishments, are in town, and they are tussling with St Patrick's College Silverstream, who hold the McDonald Trophy after a 35-17 victory last year. But historically, New Plymouth, Silverstream's most difficult opponent in their history, which stretches back to 1931, the year the Bledisloe Cup was founded. New Plymouth have won 54 times, Silverstream only on 33 occasions.
What's that?
This is St Patrick's College Silverstream's #1 field, and this is the third of 6 traditionals that Silverstream are playing in 2024. They started their traditional campaign with a 17-13 victory over St Bede's College in Christchurch. St Bede's Miles Toyota Championship semi-finalists last year, but unfortunately for Silverstream, they came unstuck last Saturday against Palmerston North Boys High School. Palmerston North the victors 22-8. Palmerston North, a very powerful side in 2024, winning 9 of 10 matches thus far. Well, it's a pleasure to be here at St Pat Silverstream this afternoon. The conditions are cool, bright and fantastic for this game, which also features Louis Marsden and Luke Dunlop in commentary. Louis Marsden is the nephew of the rugby director here, Tim Mannix, and Louis is very familiar with the home team, and he's going to tell us some more about the lads from St Pat Silverstream. No, he's not, because he does not have a microphone, so we shall move on. Very dusty start here. With me is Luke Dunlop. He's a familiar voice on Huddy Sports this year. Mercurial figure from Otago, resembles Poe the Teletubby, but he's a fountain of knowledge.
Oh, well, thanks for the introduction, Adam. I appreciate it today, but it is a good day, isn't it? Wednesday afternoon as we come here, St Pat Silverstream. As you can see, the teams lining up through this tunnel here that's been created for the teams to arrive. It is a good afternoon. The conditions, they were looking good this morning. It's just got a little bit darker, but the rain's holding off for us now, which is, we're thankful for that, because it is set to be a cracker game this afternoon. St Pat Silverstream and New Plymouth. And as we await the start of the teams, Adam will run through the starting lineup for St Pat Silverstream at home today.
Well, one of the great traditions here at St Pat Silverstream is the cauldron. As you can see to the right of picture, the boys have formed a tunnel for the players to roar through. I never ran through that tunnel personally, but it's about as good as it gets when you blast through that tunnel onto #1, which was for a long time named after Jack Gleeson, the famous 1978 All Blacks Grand Slam coach. St Pat Silverstream, founded in 1931. They've been to the final of the Wellington Premiership 16 times in the last 21 years, winning on 7 occasions. Their team for this afternoon's match at fullback is Liam Slight, goal-kicking elusive fullback. On the wings, William Davis and Ashton Steer. In midfield, Shea Taitua replaces the injured Elijah Palesiuma. He's out with a broken nose, and Preston Makua is at second 5'8". The halves are Thompson Tukapua, he's the captain, outstanding young player, Hurricanes 18 representative, and Keenan O'Connell, the halfback. His father was the coach last year. The loose forward trio is Elijah Solomona. They call him the Ninja Turtle. Kingston Hill is open side flanker, and Preston Moananu is at blind side flanker. At lock is the colossal figure of Sam Thompson. He's the co-captain with Tukapua. Jack Stowers, year 13 lock, on his traditional debut today. In the front row is Noah Krynen, Jericho Wharienga and Heath Tuiafau. Now, we were here for the Nelson game, Luke, as the Silverstream team runs through the tunnel. Who impressed you in that roster?
Yeah, well, for St. Pat's Silverstream, that last game you mentioned, that Nelson game we were here, you remember Noah Krynen, the tight head prop, he made about a 60-metre run down the wing there for his try, didn't he? It was a fantastic play from him. They do have a lot of fantastic players in their team. Obviously, their first five, Thompson Tukapua, he's co-captain today. He is one of those influential players for them, as we see the St. Pat's Silverstream boys get the jigs up as they run through this tunnel here and out onto Silverstream 1, their home turf, looking to take out New Plymouth Boys High today. This is a fantastic setting for the game. They are amped up, aren't they? This is a fantastic start already. You love to see the support out. You get all the kids out from the period break, and look, this is a fantastic start to the game, isn't it?
And shortly the spectators will assemble behind the goalposts and perform the haka in unison with the players. St. Pat's Silverstream having a very fine season so far. They beat Nelson College in that aforementioned match here 3 weeks ago. They've also accounted for Napier and Gisborne boys this year. New Plymouth boys to play those sides later in the season. New Plymouth are part of the Super 8 competition. They had their opening game in that tyranny on Saturday, and they were beaten 41-32 by Hastings Boys High School. Hastings, national champions in 2017 and 2019, a very powerful side who beat Scots College, the Wellington champions, by 33-17 a fortnight ago, despite the fact they were down to 14 players for an hour. New Plymouth Boys High School, founded in 1882. Only Auckland Grammar, Christchurch Boys High School and Wellington College have produced more All Blacks than the Taranaki powerhouse. At fullback for New Plymouth this afternoon is Liam Davis. He's the co-captain with Jake Wiseman, the second 5'8". On the wings for New Plymouth, Vili Rova and Brandon Nelson. He's the national 400-metre sprint champion, so look out for him. And in the halves for New Plymouth, Jason McGregor and Rami Hami. And his father, Brendan Hami, was a rather dogged and distinctive Taranaki halfback. The loose forward trio, typically tough and industrious. Jake White, Bo Henderson and Luke Goodman, only in year 11. The locks are Jack Dingle and Jay Hahn. And the front row, Ota Tormana, Sean Matuka, and the loose head prop, Sawani Aholele. The two teams are assembled in the middle of the paddock for the haka.
Jump!
It's not easy times for the national game at the moment, but that is a demonstration of why we keep coming and why rugby will continue to endure. A stirring, rousing haka to begin proceedings for the Shane McDonald Trophy. St Patrick's College Silverstream in the traditional blue and white hoops to the right of screen against New Plymouth Boys High School in their traditional black and white and gold hoops defending the left of screen. There was also a moment of silence observed before kickoff for Craig Gertson. He was a long-time referee and member of the Wellington Referees Association who passed away suddenly in Tauranga recently. Craig was a very fine mentor of young referees and an opinionated South African who personally I enjoyed talking with on many occasions. We had many arguments, I won them all, and I'll miss winning future arguments. Craig Gerson, RIP champ. Today's referee is Ethan Jefferson, and Ethan is a young referee from St Patrick's College Wellington. He suffered heart palpitations in a game he officiated a fortnight ago, but he's recovered swiftly and is in position to take control of this one. St Patrick's College Silverstream and New Plymouth Boys High School, the 91st clash for the McDonald Shield, named after Shane McDonald. Silverstream first 15 captain in 1988, 24 wins from 25 games. The best first 15 this school ever produced, John Leslie and Simon Mannix among those in the roster. Jason McGregor begins the match and Silverstream field the kickoff through Moananu, an aggressive charge outside the 22. Thompson Tukapua with the first kick of the game. Floats it down to Nelson, and he approaches halfway and puts his right boot to the ball. O'Donnell well positioned inside the 22. Tukapua, another high test. This one for Liam Davis, the captain of New Plymouth. A bounce pass for Rova, and he slides it down to the 22, where Liam slight his position. Tukapua chooses not to kick this time. He's a dangerous runner, and he's almost slithered through. Caught it halfway by desperate New Plymouth scramble. And here's a clean break by Moanana. He's up to the 10-metre mark. Strong tackle by his opposite number, Goodman, but Silverstream with the first attacking foray of the game. Solomona, short pass for Ashton Steer, and he's 5 out from the 22. Whariinga played a blinder against Nelson College. Met front on by Goodman, 5 out from the 22. Good continuity by Silverstream. Here's Ollie Crinan, bustling tight head prop. Scored a try in the Nelson game, bursting 30 metres down the touchline. Samuel Thompson, a clean break. Surprise for Ashton Steer, and Silverstream off to an imperious start.
Oh, he's knocked it on.
Well, goodness me, he's knocked the ball over the line. How did that happen?
Oh.
There's no rain, there's no wind. I assume he said he's morning St Mary's. Goodness me, that should not happen. That's a calamity for Ashton Steer. He's knocked the ball over the line, Luke.
Yeah, and it was a fantastic start from him, wasn't it? I think he dropped it onto his knee, it looked like, and it just went astray for him. That's absolute calamity for St Pat's early in the game. They got great ball forward through their blindside flanker Preston Moananu, but that is an absolute shocker to drop that over the line that early. That was a fantastic start for them, and it allows New Plymouth to get out of their 22, and they do that nicely as the kick goes down.
Well, Ashton Steer scored a try in the Palmerston North game, which Silverstream lost. He's a very fine young player, but that's not a memorable moment. But Silverstream are looking to atone for that indiscretion, and they've rampaged back inside New Plymouth territory by 10 metres. Tukapua, short pass for Tuiafau. He wears the distinct pink bats headgear, just like his brother Connor did in the first 15. Silverstream finding a lot of early holes. New Plymouth's defence is stretched and anxious. Here's Ollie Crinan, pick and go, close to the line. He forces it down, and Silverstream have the first try. And Ollie Crinan takes a direct route, and there's nothing fancy about the way he puts the ball down. He put it down so hard there'd be a divot in the in-goal area, Luke.
Yeah, and that's a continuation of the ball going forward that they got there through their forward pack. It was fantastic work. Crinan again, we mentioned him in the pre-game, the try he scored when we were here last against Nelson College. He follows up again, try today, first try of the day. Crinan with the start for St Pat's Silverstream. Beautiful start for them. Unfortunately, it was that try, that knock on that was dropped over the line. They didn't let that bother them. They went straight back to it, and it was the forward pack again who's been rumbling it up hard so far in the early start to the game. Good start for Crinan and his boys for St Pat's. Tukapua with the conversion out in front.
He's a beautiful player, is Thomas Tukapua, and that is a rampaging start by Silverstream, 7-0 in 3 minutes. New Plymouth falling off the tackles rather clumsily, and Silverstream's continuity excellent, and their ability to share effectively between backs and forwards is a real strength. Sam Thompson, who made that break down the left-hand side, he's out of Parapara College. He was their first 15 captain last year and wanted to further his rugby ambitions more, so he resides in the boarding house. They call him the Emperor Penguin, he eats so much. Here's Silverstream winning the restart through Elijah Solomona. He looks full of running already. He's up to the 22. That's a lovely delivery by O'Donnell, and Tukapua clears for touch. And New Plymouth will feed the first line out on the 10-metre mark, and it's a real strength of the New Plymouth game is their forward industry. Jay Hahn, the year 11 lock, is in his first season, but his father played in the 1992 New Plymouth team that beat Silverstream on this ground by 70-0 and won the World Championship. Here's their hooker, Matuka, taken down by Thompson. 5 out from the 22. Our first look at New Plymouth in possession. And there's a wayward pass, but it's retrieved by their first 5/8 McGregor. He's in his first start this afternoon for the Tigers. Here's a good slithering run by Rover. He's 15 out from the 22, and Silverstream have infringed a penalty at the ruck. And that one is against the centre, Tatua. Well, New Plymouth Boys High School in a scoring position here, but they've chosen the line. You know, New Plymouth Boys High School is the old school of Jimmy Goppeth, played his 500th professional game 2 weekends ago. He scored 4,113 points. Jimmy Goppeth played in this game in 2001. I was there at the Gully, 33-0 ball kid. And all I did was chase his clearances down the long driveway. New Plymouth line out. 15 metres out from the line. New Plymouth claim possession and lock the ball in quarantine. This is rugged, organised, rigorous Taranaki rugby, and they've won a penalty. And the simple solution will be to rinse and repeat, Luke.
Yeah, this is good from New Plymouth here because they've slowed the game down. Obviously, what can often happen in first 15 rugby, obviously you saw it in the pre-game. You had all the rest of the schoolboys on the goal line, some of them making their way slightly onto the field during the haka, and it can just gee that home side up that little extra bit more. Sometimes it is difficult for the Travellers to get themselves in the rhythm of the game early, but this is good from New Plymouth. Back-to-back set-piece play, slowing the game down, allowing themselves to stay close, and their line-out was sloppy off the top last time. How does it shape up this time?
A clean catch is made by Goodman in the pink headgear. New Plymouth congregate around the blindside flanker, assemble the maul. The body position is low. The muscle is applied. Silverstream resist. So New Plymouth hit the short side, and it is Goodman trying to barge his way over the line, but Silverstream are alert to that. New Plymouth on the 5x5, responding strongly to that shock early try by Ollie Crinan. It could have been 2 for Silverstream. Ashton Steer dropping the ball over the try line. New Plymouth have half a dozen players within a centimetre of the ball. They're appealing for a try, and Ethan Jefferson is called held up, but will consult with his sideline official, John Bellingall, and New Plymouth have a try. Well, it was hardly a work of art, but nonetheless, very effective rugby, and 7-5, the perfect riposte by the visitors.
Yeah, I like that from New Plymouth. That's exactly what they got to do. They did, as you said, they took the sting out of it, didn't they? We mentioned it earlier, and that's exactly what they had to do. They had so many forwards around there. They slowed the pace down, and they made sure they took every last second to make the most of their opportunity, and they took it. They scored a try, 7-5, and the conversion to follow, which is just beyond the 22-metre line, and it would tie the score up. I really like that reply from New Plymouth. It's got to be said that's exactly how they had to come back into the game after they were caught on their heels, weren't they, with that first almost try with the knock-on over the line, and then the follow-up try from Crinan. But they have responded brilliantly here, New Plymouth, and it was the work of their forward pack that did it for them.
Snails on steroids, that try. New Plymouth down by 2 with a chance to equalise. I mentioned that 1992 team. Reuben Thorne was the captain, and that kind of play was reminiscent of the legendary Crusaders flanker and All Black captain who was inducted into the Crusaders Hall of Fame on Friday. Here is the first conversion attempt of the afternoon for New Plymouth Boys High School, and it's been taken by Jake Wiseman, and he's left that one wide of the target. But Jake Wiseman, he's a very fine young player. He's in year 13. He's the head of the boarding house. Now, that's the toughest job in the school. They say the head boy is the toughest job, but the head of the boarding house, my goodness, who'd want that responsibility? 7-5. 2 tries already, Luke. This has the feel of a real thriller as the kickoff is taken by Hunn, and he's flattened by Ashton Steer, taking out some frustration from his early blemish. Ollie Crinan makes the next tackle as New Plymouth exit the 22 by 5 metres. Here's McGregor, right foot kick Down the embankment touchline, Liam Slight, casual and calm. Tukapua, he's approached by 2. He almost got away from Nelson. Silverstream busted forward to the 10-metre mark through one of their forwards. Here's Tuiafau. He is a very lively prop forward. He's 10 out from halfway. Whariinga loves a carry, this boy. Bashes into Kingston Hill. Advantage being played for Silverstream. A pivot and pass by Moananu. Ashton Steer was the recipient of an ambitious pass from Slight. He slightly knocked it forward. So Ethan Jefferson returns to the mark of the advantage. 7-5 is the score. Silverstream leading. This is Huddy Sport. Brad Hudson in bed with COVID today. That terrible, nasty virus. Well, Thomas Tukapua, year 13. He was the leading point scorer for Silverstream last year. He's been imperious in 2024, scored a try in the Nelson game, scored another try in the Gisborne game. Silverstream won that by 20-18. Their line-out has functioned well this year. Key target is Thompson. Built like a block of flats. And Preston Moananu, he's from Rarotonga. He was in the third 15 last year. Thompson wins the line-out ball, catch and dispatch for Tukapua. In midfield is Preston Maraku, and he's 35 metres away from the line. Here's Thompson, rampant. 15 metres out. Silverstream hit the short side where New Plymouth looked vulnerable. Silverstream at 10 metres out from the line. Thompson, beautiful pass for Steer. Slides towards the corner, loses his footing, 5 metres short. O'Donnell, left forward, Tukapua. Look at the handling of these Silverstream forwards. There is Tuiafau, wrapped up by Henderson. Silverstream hit the left again. Whariinga trampling through, reaching out and scoring. Jericho Whariinga the second try, and Silverstream lead by 12-5.
2 tries in the front row already for Silverstream, and they've proven today that they are not to be stopped when their big boys are running the ball up and taking hard carries to the line. Handy offload from Thompson Tukapua there, who has to follow up with the kick. Beautiful try, Jericho Whariinga. Great start for St. Pat's Silverstream. They dot their second down, and a perfect start to the game, and a fiery start from both teams, isn't it? 3 tries within the space of the first few minutes here. This is good stuff on a Wednesday afternoon on Silverstream 1.
Silverstream do have a distinct size advantage in the forwards, and it's a real strength of their game, this dynamic ball carrying. Thompson has been belligerent so far. He made the bust for the initial try. He made another surge which gained Silverstream momentum, and then down the short side there was that wonderful pass to Ashton Steer, who almost crawled over, kept his cool this time, recycled the ball, and Silverstream running left had far too many numbers, and Whariinga scored the second try. Thompson Tukapua is 15 in from the embankment touch, 25 metres out, and that one stays right. But Silverstream will be well and truly satisfied with their start. 12-5 is the score. New Plymouth Boys High School, historically very difficult for Silverstream to beat. In fact, Silverstream went 18 years without a victory in this fixture, and the coach for much of that period was Max Carroll, 1965 to 1979. Max passed away last year, aged 91, and listeners and viewers in New Plymouth will be well aware of his extraordinary legacy. Coached many All Blacks, including the great Graham Murray, was involved in the school cricket, Old Boys Association, and just about every aspect of school life. Max passed away aged 91 last year, and we miss his presence at this game. He was a regular attendee. He had the New Plymouth Boys first 15 on such a roll. In 1972 they won the Moaska Cup, which was basically the de facto national championship back then, and they only lost 3 inter-school games in a period of 6 years. Are we hoping to emulate that feat today? But they've got some work to do. Down 12 to 5. But they have a line out on the 10-metre mark. And their blindside flanker, Goodman, has been very impressive so far. That's the number 8, Jake White. He takes a solid shot too from Elijah Solomona, New Plymouth. 40 metres out from the line, and that's a falcon, but the ball ricochets favourably for New Plymouth. And the right winger, Rover, he's got some serious pace. He's up to the 22. New Plymouth with some passing that's hitting the ground so far, but Silverstream falling off tackles. What a brave burst by McGregor. He's inside the 22, and New Plymouth have advantage. McGregor, short pass to Tormana, but he's hit by an offside player. Well, New Plymouth showing that they want to play expansively, and they've caused some holes on the flanks so far, Luke, and that might be a good tactic here against a much bigger pack.
Yeah, well, both teams struggling a little bit with the defensively up front, aren't they? Both teams falling off a few tackles and teams able to make good meters, carrying the ball up nice and hard. This is a plug to the corner. He doesn't quite make it all the way into the 5, but it's in a good position nonetheless off the penalty for New Plymouth to try and recycle that trusty line out again. It's worked well for them so far, but Silverstream have looked to disrupt, and they do again, and it is sloppy. Brought down now by
Thompson has it for Silverstream, and here's a Tukapua, dazzling runner, clobbered high. Crowd howling for a penalty. Jefferson signals advantage and produces a violent shrill the whistle. Well, that's the experience and anticipation of Thompson Tukapua. He saw that the New Plymouth player was wrong-footed and out of position, had a snipe, and was clobbered high. So relieving penalty for Silverstream. A shame for New Plymouth because their line-out yielded the first try.
Yeah, well, Silverstream have tried to disrupt all their line-outs, all the New Plymouth line-outs so far. That one was just a mishandling there from New Plymouth off the top. This time it's Silverstream to get the feed. Referee Jefferson upset with the gap between the two sides. But now we're ready to send it in through Gioko Whareunga, the hooker for St. Pat's, Silverstream.
Silverstream win clean, uncontested possession. Solomona, the crash ball merchant in midfield. Tukapua loops it wide for Steer. Pursued and tackled by Goodman. He's been really busy in this game, and he's making a right nuisance of himself at the ruck. He's poached the ball and muscled to the 22. That's outstanding play. And now New Plymouth have an overlap to the left. But the pass is wayward again. And Silverstream retrieve possession. Well, that's about 3 passes that have hit the dust for New Plymouth. If they can execute that facet of their game better, there are definitely holes out wide. Silverstream will have a scrum. New Plymouth Boys High School a fortnight ago won their annual traditional against Francis Douglas by 27-7, and that's the game which decides the Taranaki Regional Champion. And New Plymouth won that 4-1. Rover on the right wing side scored 2 tries. He's out of the Stratford Rugby Club, year 13 lad. The New Plymouth boys backline is experienced with 4 year 13, so those errant passes frustrating for the coaching staff, which include Silverstream old boy Ray McDonald, who's the brother of Shane McDonald, who the trophy the 2 teams play for is named after. Shane McDonald, 100 games for Taranaki, tough as old boots, and he played first 15 rugby with Tim Mannix, who's the rugby director here at Silverstream. Silverstream's coach is John Herbert. He's been in and around the program for a decade. He works in ballistics, so he doesn't disclose too much to the children about that. So Silverstream scrum on the far side of where we're broadcasting, embankment touchline. Dan Hicks on the camera this afternoon. A sterling job. Here's O'Donnell feeding a scrum 10 out from the 22. It was Solomona who made the pass, There's a whistle, and there's a penalty against Silverstream, Luke.
Yeah, the front row pulling back there, I think might have been the call with the indication the referee made there. It's interesting to see there with that knock on by New Plymouth. What they've tried to run so far early in this first half, they're running a lot of decoy runners in their back line, and they've just struggled with their timing so far in this game. Just trying to put those passes on the money right out in front of those decoy runners, because they're trying to run in twos hard at the line and then sending the ball wide throughout the back line, but just struggling with the timing on where their runners are coming from at the moment. Passes not going to hand, but a costly penalty for Silverstream after winning the ball off the turnover at the knock-on, and now it is a line out for New Plymouth, and it's deemed not straight. Free kick for St. Pat's. That's a let-off for them. And they're going to take quick tap
by O'Donnell. Wayward pass. The ball trickles loose. Stacks on the mill. New Plymouth plough through and extract the ball. Well, that's extraordinarily clumsy by Silverstream, and New Plymouth have it 15 metres out from the line.
Penalty.
And they have a penalty.
Oh, I'm going to hold.
Geez, both teams playing some footy with a bar of soap right now, aren't they? They're just throwing those passes around like hot potato, and none of them going to hand at this stage. Penalty called, and it is a word to Captain Thompson Tukapua on this occasion about his boys infringing at the breakdown too many times. So the kick will be lined up for New Plymouth, and this is quite handy points if they can take them.
On Saturday, Huddy Sports will be at Wellington College, Scots College. That's top of the table in the Wellington Premiership, round 2. Silverstream on Saturday had a victory against Wairarapa College by 46-7. New Plymouth's Jake Wiseman to take this shot. He missed with his first conversion attempt. That one's on target though, and New Plymouth down by 4. Wiseman's midfield partner is Cade Bridgman. He's in his first year in the first 15, but he's a year 12 student with a lot of poise and heart. Thompson Tukapua with a demanding restart. Well taken by McGregor of New Plymouth boys. They establish a pod to the left, and that's a determined charge and offload, and New Plymouth are only 10 short of halfway. They're finding space on the flanks, but again a wayward pass tumbles over the sideline. 12 points to 8, 2 tries to 1. Silverstream's tries both scored by front rowers. There was an unusual occurrence in the McDonald Shield this weekend. Huddle Boys Marist beat Wainuiomata by 29-13, and all 3 front rowers scored tries. It's the first time that's happened this year.
Well, an early story to the game, Adam, is the fact that both teams are making good meters when they do keep the ball in hand, and both teams equally struggling with the tackling up front around the fringes, but it's the passes not going to hand that is the issue, and another not straight line out. So this is interesting. That's the second one you've seen now early in this first half. So scrum feed the way of Palmerston North, who have got to keep some ball in hand here, because when they do that, they've managed to make good meters through their forwards and indeed their back line if they can just keep the ball in hand.
New Plymouth front row features the tight head prop Tormana, and he's the 100 metres sprint champion at the school. He's part of the leadership team in the hostel, and he's jousting against Heath Tuiafau, who made an explosive start, central to Silverstream's early attacking forays. His brother Connor plays in the Batoni Premiers. New Plymouth, very famous front rowers over the years. Gordon Slater, perhaps the most notable of all. He was an All Black in 2000, Centurion for Taranaki. The Barretts went to Francis Douglas. That's the rival school. New Plymouth back line, stacked to the open side. Rover, their right winger, has looked elusive so far. Wiseman, the best player, possible contender for the Chiefs under-18s. More trouble for Silverstream at the scrum, and Ollie Crichton, he's worked up there. Dragged away.
Early push from Silverstream. So New Plymouth boys here with a chance to kick for the touchline. And as you've seen, both teams haven't had a great deal of distance on their touch finders so far. That's a good one though there for New Plymouth boys. It brings them just shy of the 22 with an opportunity to attack. Interesting the setup they made from that last scrum. All their players out on the strong side, this near side, while Silverstream still keen to defend with one on that blind side off the line out. It'll be interesting here to see what they do with a stacked back line here and a short man line out, which has been dangerous for them so far. The ball off the top. Can they get secure ball here and plant a real attacking opportunity? Off the top here, here's McGregor, and they go straight through the hands. Here's a big rumbling run up from the forward pack.
That's Jack White at the 22. He's their most impressive forward. Year 13, third year, first 15 player. Silverstream infringe at the ruck. That was rather obvious too, directly in front of the camera and the referee. Here is McGregor, growing in stature. That's a cross kick to the wing, and it's a beauty!
Oh.
The bounce narrowly evades Rover and drifts into touch. But back we come for the penalty. And Silverstream, well, their discipline's about as honourable as the Chiefs at the moment. They're being blown off the park here. And Wiseman, who slotted a penalty 5 minutes ago, might have another shot, though they did score their first try from a line-out drive.
Tukapua called over again. So too many infringements for the referee. He had a word to him 5 minutes ago, and now he's in trouble again. He's not going to go to the pocket just yet, but he won't be allowed to get away with too many more of those. Yeah, you mentioned that infringement at the breakdown. It was about two players off their feet and then one coming through with the hands. He's called them for offside there, though, which is... So they're infringing all over the place, which is the issue for Silverstream at this stage. So kick to the corner from the left foot of Wiseman.
New Plymouth line out on the 5x5. Taranaki, the MPC champions, of course. They beat Hawke's Bay 22-19 in the final last year. A number of New Plymouth old boys in that team.
Again, it's a shortened line out. They've got Jake White in the back line.
Goodman wins the ball for New Plymouth Boys High School. They thrust without mercy towards the line. Silverstream splintered. New Plymouth feverish. Ball is down. Try is claimed. Try is scored. New Plymouth Boys High School, organised, disciplined and fired up. They take a deserved lead against petulant Silverstream.
Might have been the hooker who's come up with that one there, is it? Rolling more off the line out. It is the hooker. Sean Matuku for New Plymouth. Fantastic work for him. Yeah, you mentioned that rumbling maul. They drove in. Even the backs were coming in there. Roval was keen to put his shoulders in the back of that maul. And they drove powerfully towards the line. And they get it down in the corner. Silverstream on the back foot here with their defensive efforts. It was infringements that cost them in the build-up, and it was the size and the power of New Plymouth that dealt the final blow. So Wiseman right out in the tram lines with a tough kick on the 22. With that slight breeze coming from left to right on your screen, which won't make it any easier for him.
Jake Wiseman, in the grand tradition of New Plymouth boys midfield backs. Daryl Lilly was one of their champion kickers. He won a Super Rugby title with the Crusaders. And last year, they hosted Roy Roper, the oldest All Black, on the occasion of his 100th birthday. More about Roy following this kick from Jake Wiseman.
Oh, post.
He's hit the post, but New Plymouth lead by 13-12. Roy Roper turned 100 last year. He was the first All Black to reach that landmark. He played for the All Blacks in the 1950 series against the British and Irish Lions. He had to retire at the age of 22 with a knee injury, no surgery available in those days. He built his own house. He was a treasurer of the Taranaki Rugby Union for many years, a successful accountant. His father, his son Stu played for Manawatu, and Roy lived a life of great dignity and service, and he turned 100, and New Plymouth Boys High School honoured him with a special assembly. Silverstream have the ball back inside the New Plymouth 22. Thompson is smothered by Henderson. Here is Solomona, trademark thrust from the number 8. Tukapua, that's a sweeping pass and a violent tackle in the air. That could be further sanction. Play on. Tuifel stutters forward, crawls an additional metre. Silverstream midfield, 35 metres away. Tukapua punches a kick towards the 22. It rolls on a sixpence. Davies couldn't secure, but back we come. Anxious moments for New Plymouth. That was a tackle in the air.
Yeah, well, it's one of those tough ones, isn't it? Because it was a good tackle in terms of it was low. He wrapped his arms. He did everything right. But because the player jumped on receiving the ball, it looks a lot more dangerous than it is. And I think the referee's understood that. So he's not going to deal out any further punishment. But it is a penalty nonetheless. And Silverstream set their sights for goal and set their sights for 3 more points. That will do them a world of good in this first half, which has been back and forth. Territory being a key factor in the game with the amount of penalties both sides are conceding. If you find yourself near enough that 22, you've got all options available to you every time you touch the ball here with the 3 and the corner.
And that's mature refereeing from Ethan Jefferson. We don't want to see players in the bin. Yes, it was a accidental, nasty collision, but both players bounce back to their feet. Both players are fined. A penalty, sufficient sanction there. So that is a relief for everybody, really, with an interest in this game. It's a terrific contest so far. New Plymouth by 1, but Liam Slight pushing Silverstream back ahead. 15-13. We've had 4 lead changes already, and it's still 15-15. As we approach a half-time, can't be long left in this absorbing first spell. Silverstream's discipline wavered badly in the most recent stages of the second half, and New Plymouth have gone to set piece and scored 2 tries from line-out. Can Silverstream speed up proceedings and make for a more conducive game for their style? That's a wonderful clearance by,
Isn't it?
Thompson. Tukapua.
Low, hard-driven kick from deep in his 22. He sends it out.
New Plymouth's biggest player is their number 1 with his back turned to the camera, Aholele. He's been very destructive so far. He's marking Noah Crinan. He has one of the 2 Silverstream tries in the game.
Oh,
Another great catch and dispatch by Goodman in the pink headgear. Here is Wiseman, educated left foot. He barrels that down to Tukapua at the 22. Tukapua's right foot equally as strong. That's a wonderful response. And New Plymouth will feed a line out 15 shy of halfway.
Good first half for Thompson Tukapua in the 10 jersey with the co-captaincy today. Nifty offload from him to assist one of the earlier tries. And a couple of really nicely done kicks there on the near side and the far side of the field. Powerful, low driven, not giving New Plymouth any chance to field them. And now the line out is indeed New Plymouth. The last one was successful in the middle. And they go there again, and it is brought down nicely.
Goodman, he's having a stirring match.
Pokes it out. They're more aware of the half-time than we are, and that is indeed half-time on Silverstream 1 between New Plymouth Boys High and St. Pat's Silverstream. An exciting first half, enterprising stuff, both teams scoring tries, plenty of lead changes, but at the half-time, it is
Silverstream in front. Let's take a break on Huddy Sports.
Jacob, where you going?
It's not mine. Someone put it in my bag.
They're all about belonging here. All about belonging here.
Nope.
We're doing that.
Back live at St Patrick's College Silverstream, half-time, McDonald Shield, New Plymouth Boys High School in town, and presenting an earnest challenge for the home side, only down by 2. Silverstream leading 15-13, a late penalty in the first half by fullback Liam Slight has Silverstream slightly ahead, while New Plymouth have scored both their tries from lineouts, and they've looked dangerous when they've shifted to the flanks, but some bounce passes have stalled momentum. Well, Luke Dunlop, observations of the first half, expectations of the second.
Oh, well, expectations is more exciting rugby, isn't it? Because when you start throwing the ball around like the teams have today, with the amount of errors both in the handling and the discipline, there's plenty of scoring opportunities all over the field, and that's what we've seen with both teams scoring twice in the first half.
The second half is underway, and Tukapua has sent a missile deep into the in-goal area, and New Plymouth,
Tell you what, he's done well there.
calmly put it down, but conceded a 5-metre scrum.
Oh, he must have put his foot on the line
He
there.
put his foot on the line. What a great kickoff by Thompson Tukapua. He speared that one through like a zeppelin, and New Plymouth tried to keep it in play.
Would have been better off letting it go dead, wouldn't he? But so that's a big swing in momentum early off the kickoff. Tukapua, his right boot, again causing problems for New Plymouth. The scrums have had issues being set all day. The referee doing his best to lay down a solid platform for these front rows to try and do the same.
New Plymouth concede a penalty. They pushed early and sideways. Thompson a quick tap. Burrows towards the line. New Plymouth offside. Goodman made the tackle.
How many is it? 5?
Silverstream trying to replicate New Plymouth's first half. Barge over. No success, so they elevate the ball to the backs. Muraku's hardly touched the ball throughout proceedings. Here's Tukapua. Short pass for Liam Slight up in the line. That's a superb tackle by Wiseman. And he's forced a turnover, but no advantage applies, and it's a penalty. And this one's a gift. Luke, straight in front, 10 metres out.
Yep, it is indeed a gift. It's an offside. It's one of those ones where you've just got to... It's one of those easily avoidable ones, isn't it? You've just got to make sure you're in the right position there. You get back behind the last feet, because an offside, especially when it brings about these conditions with your captain getting a word from the referee, which has happened to both teams in this game with the amount of infringements both teams have conceded. So on this occasion, it's a change of goal kicker once again, but it will be a goal kick. This looks like Liam Slight does it, to take the kick from right out in front. Well, in fact, he's going to be moved over to the left here, so he's going to get even further in front. So perfectly suited for him. 7 metres or so in from the 22 to bring the lead out to what would be 5 points off the back of the successful penalty kick. 15-13 as it stands. And this one sails through the uprights. Successful penalty goal. Liam Slight is the man who slots it. 18 points to 13. St Pat Silverstream leading on their home turf early in the second half after more indiscretions both at the breakdown and in the line, getting their players back onside. Troubles that both teams have suffered. New Plymouth with the restart on the halfway.
The ball is secured by Silverstream. 10 out from the 22. Another penalty at the breakdown. New Plymouth not rolling away. Jack White looks exasperated. Thompson Tukapua in the salmon boots. His mother Wendy is the sports coordinator at St Bernard's College. He plays touch in the summer. Quick on his feet. This line out to take place on halfway.
Dead on the halfway line, Thompson Tukapua, whose right boot has brought about a lot of good things for Silverstream in this game so far. Line out for Stream. Interesting setup they've got going here. They are going to have to bring those men into the line out, otherwise they're going to be pinged for that. They do now do that, and the ball is brought down off the top. And
Jack Stowers won the line out for Silverstream. Solomona almost threw an intercept. It was recovered by Maraku, and now the ball spills out the back. Davis has it. New Plymouth knocked it on. Well, that was a risky pass from Solomona. Almost snaffled by New Plymouth Boys High School. Midfield scrum, 10 shy of halfway. Well, it's hardly been a blockbuster beginning to the second half, but it's tight. 18-13. 35-minute halves in college rugby. Jack White, the New Plymouth number 8, he's really growing in stature. His nickname is Banger, and you can see why. In fact, beside Noah Crinan, the only difference is a couple of inches. Very similar looking lads.
Kick's a good option here for Silverstream. Scrum goes down, and he extends it out to a full penalty. Again, retreating in the front row. So Thompson Tukapua will put the ball back to the right boot, and he'll look to get this one down, and that should be... Oh, he's given every ounce of it, every extra metre he was allowed there, so he'll be pleased with that. A few metres shy of the 22, and an option for Jericho Wharenga.
Jericho Wharenga throws. Good catch and dispatch by Stowers. Tukapua to the line. Solomona. It's been the most effective option for initial go forward. That play for Silverstream. Tukapua to Crinan. Can he repeat his heroics from Nelson? Short pass to Davis, and Davis is clobbered by Goodman. A nostril hair short of the sideline at the 22. O'Donnell snatches it away. Left foot step and a charge by Wharenga. Tackled by White. 20 metres out from the line. O'Donnell, swift delivery left. Tukapua, skip past Solomona. Maraku took it above his head and has advantage. Silverstream on the 22, and there's that shrill of the whistle again. Another penalty against New Plymouth. And this one is charitable as well, Luke.
Yeah, well, there's a few of those ear horns ringing around across the ground today, but the most common sound has been that of the referee's whistle. Another penalty blown up here on the 22-metre line. Incredibly favourable for Silverstream with this positioning. This is a rather straightforward 3 that would extend their lead even further, and it would take it out to a 2-score game, which would be healthy scoreboard advantage for Silverstream in the second half.
Where do you get those air horns from, Luke?
Well, I don't know. They're a good bit of kit, aren't they? They certainly have many uses.
Do they?
Well,
what else can you use an air horn for apart from annoying people?
Well, that was my first use, so might be out of options there.
Here is the penalty by Liam Slight, and he's 3 from 3 in that department, and Silverstream lead by 21-13. Well, some of us struggled at school. We don't need air horns in the way as well. The wind increasing in strength, Luke. There was a weather change predicted, and the wind appears to be with New Plymouth, actually. And there's the restart, and you can see evidence of that growing wind, but what a beautiful catch by Solomona, and he ramrods his way into the defence. O'Donnell for Tukapua, that's carried back, so he keeps it in field. Underneath it is Nelson of New Plymouth. Nelson throws a risky pass. McGregor takes it calmly, and he's tackled by Teitua. 10 short of halfway. Can New Plymouth rally? It's been a sluggish start to the second half. They were so impressive midway through the first half, where they scored the try and kicked the penalty to take the lead. There's just no momentum in the game at the moment from either side. McGregor taps it quickly, scurries over halfway, captured by Thompson. Quick ball for New Plymouth. They shift it to the right side. Goodman, he's had an absolute blinder, has Goodman. He's at the 10-metre mark. He links with White. New Plymouth 10 out from the 22, and they have a line-up stacked to the left, and some inventive passing, almost creating a hole for Werder on the field in jersey 22, and he's tackled by Kingston Hill of Silverstream. Now, Kingston Hill has snaffled a turnover for Silverstream, and Tukapua with a chip and chase. There's space. The bounce, well covered by Werder, but we have an advantage in a penalty 30 metres back, Luke.
Holding on. We might find a second use for those air horns, because at this rate he's going to blow the pee out of his whistle. The referee here might have to run one on for him. This is unbelievable stuff. How many penalties?
Well, Ethan Jefferson, he did have a heart attack a couple of weeks ago,
We'll be getting
so
the
at least
blood
his
pressure
lungs
up.
are working. I mean, that's a very good thing. We would hate for Ethan to run out of lungs and a heart. He's a beautiful boy, though, but at the moment, these two teams not behaving themselves. But New Plymouth, they put themselves in a position at half-time where they can compete. But they've conceded 2 penalties, and now territory.
Reinforcements in the front row for...
Look at that tape
New
on
Plymouth.
Jericho Wharihinga. He looks like he's been rounds with Mike Tyson. Can we get a close-up of that, Dan? Beautiful ears. Well, what's left of them anyway. Jericho Wharihinga is going to be a good player, this guy. He really is very combative. He's one of those guys that plays with the chest puffed out. He gets stuck in, irritable, in a good way.
Yeah, and his line-out's been on the money so far. Oh no, I've done him in there.
Yeah. Well, there's a punch sideways by Kingston Hill, and it works out in the end for Silverstream. And New Plymouth have a penalty at the breakdown this time, and it's scrappy in there.
Well, it's becoming a mental game now, isn't it? Because there's so many penalties. You've got to make your decisions correctly here. You've got to play for territory. You've got to get yourself in range where if one of those favourable penalties does show up, you're right in front of the post and you can take your 3, because 3 points could be the winning scores in this game, because there's been so many of them. And as you say, it's an 8-point lead now, and that can be knocked off fairly quickly if you get penalties your way. So territory's going to be key. They get themselves on the 10-metre line with a line out and a good bit of go forward here, and you get yourself into that penalty goal range. So here we go. This is what New Plymouth need. Off the top of the line out will be their go-to strategy here, you would think. Early jump, oh, it's sloppy again.
New Plymouth have won the line out, and it's this wonderful player, Goodman, like a Giselle. He's 15 metres out from the line. Quick ball left, and there's a try-scoring possibility. Here's White. Wayward pass. It was knocked down by Silverstream. Davis has it for New Plymouth. 15 metres out from the line. Here's McGregor. Sleight of hand. It's in the arms of Nelson, and he's only 5 metres away from the line. New Plymouth rallying hard. They're apprehended in the air here, but the whistle blows again. It's a penalty, folks.
Yeah, he was held up, but I think the assistant has notified the referee of a player with his hands in the ruck potentially, after he was already adjudged to have lost it on his first go. And there is going to be a talkie-to here. Tukapua is in the mix again. He's going to have to call one of his boys over. This could be a yellow card.
Back on your bank, mate.
Shut up, girl.
Back on your bank.
It is.
And the pocket has been reached for. The card has been presented. And William Davis departs. Well, he's the son of the coach last year. And he disappears. Well, here's New Plymouth's chance, Luke. 21-13. And they've scored both their tries from line-out situations. And this one will happen on the 5x5.
Yeah, well, we said, didn't we, about how easily it was to knock off 9 points if you get penalties, but a try is an even better way of doing so. Their hooker, Sean Matuku, who's already scored a try off the back of the rolling maul today. He'll be looking to bring this one down into the jailhouse again.
New Plymouth line out. Embankment side. 5 metres out.
They'll probably look for Goodman. They do.
Matuku throws. Goodman catches. New Plymouth assemble the drive. Silverstream rattled. Silverstream struggling to stifle this momentum. New Plymouth just a metre short. Ball available. Out left it goes. And how fitting Goodman scores.
Wow.
He's easily the best player on the ground at the moment. And he's brought New Plymouth back within a whisker here. 21-18.
He's been sensational this afternoon. Goodman, and his knee is feeling a bit worse for wear after that, but he won't mind. It's a try that brings him right back into the game. Fantastic work from the blindside flanker, Luke Goodman. We mentioned that it would be him off the top of the line out who brought the ball down. It was indeed the case, and then the big rumbling maul, they split off early. St. Pat's at 6s and 7s, and Goodman dots the ball down for the try on the near side. New Plymouth right back in the mix here with a kick wide out on this near side from Brandon Nielsen.
Well, that pink headgear will become a fashion statement. It is conspicuous for its excellence in this game. Goodman has won lineouts, tackled ferociously, carried hard, and now scored New Plymouth's third try. And the conversion smacks the upright. That's the second one off the post today. 21-18, 3 tries each.
Yeah.
Fever pitch about to erupt here at Silverstream, this one on a tightrope.
It was Jason McGregor there. The Bumblebee yellow numbers on the back doing me a disservice. It was Jason McGregor, the first 5, who took the kick there in the 10 jersey. Rattles it off the post. The second time that's happened today. But New Plymouth boys high, right back in the mix of things. With St. Pat's to restart.
Thompson,
Tukapua
restarts. It's taken by Fever. He's the halfback replacement for New Plymouth. His father played for Taranaki. Well, New Plymouth were rattled by early penalties in the second half, but they found their verve again. Thompson tackles White. 5 out from the 22. And a penalty for New Plymouth. Silverstream unravelling. So here is Wiseman elevating the ball to the 10-metre mark. Still New Plymouth territory.
Not too interested in the distance there. They want this ball back in hand. They feel they're in the ascendancy, and it does come off the top for them. Swung out now to McGregor, who has to take it on the bounce, and he struggles with it, but he does well and takes it into contact.
McGregor worms his way into the heart of the Silverstream defence. Driving tackle by Moananu on a New Plymouth player. They're 35 metres out from the line. McGregor
Good option.
employs the right boot, finds space too. Awkward bounce for Steele. He handles it well. Tukapua, a goose step. He's trying to be David Campese. It doesn't work out for him. He's outnumbered at the breakdown, but Silverstream don't panic. O'Connell bundled violently into the surface. New Plymouth are charging here. Thompson with a settling play. Tackled by White. 10 out from the 22. O'Donnell behind a wall to Tukapua. Low flat kick. Trickles down to the 10-metre mark. Well handled. Here's McGregor. 10 out from halfway. Shows a good turn of speed. Excellent tackle by Taitua, but New Plymouth have continuity. Aholele made the run, and then that's a smart kick by Fever. Down to the 22. O'Donnell stumbles, and he's dragged unceremoniously towards the sideline. New Plymouth dribble the ball forward. Tukapua has it.
And knocked on. Their ball, New Plymouth. really getting momentum here. Well, he's got the wind blowing into his face, McGregor, but he's made some really good decisions here with his kicking in the second half. Great option to attack that far side with a kick. One from the box kick and one from deep with inside his own half. Really good option from them. This is some smart rugby from New Plymouth as they get a bit more confidence in their second half. Bringing themselves right back in it.
The wind, Luke, has disappeared. It was briefly strong, but now it's vanished. But Astaire, he actually started the New Plymouth Francis Douglas game. He's an experienced player, and that kick twice in behind the Silverstream right winger has caused a lot of consternation, and O'Connell was pinged twice down in that far corner. First time Silverstream got a clearance through Tukapua, but on that occasion a knock on. So New Plymouth scrum inside Silverstream's 22. 21-18, 3 tries each. In fact, it's 2 tries to Silverstream. Liam Sliders kicked 3 penalty goals. Silverstream haven't scored a try for nearly 40 minutes now. They made a rip-roaring start to the game. And one begins to reflect on Ashton Steer's blemish. The tighter this game is, the longer it goes.
Fortunately for him, they managed to score right off the back of his mistake, didn't they?
Fever clears the ball for McGregor. New Plymouth looking potent here. A good run by Davis. Number 22 is on the field. That's Werder. He's shut down by Maraku. Just 5 metres away from the line, a relieving penalty. Holding on the call. Well, both sides have had little mercy from the referee at the breakdown. And that occasion, beautiful defence by Maraku.
Yeah, and Tukapua going for the bit of a banana kick there to try and get it out with the fine angle. He gains 20 metres or so, which he'll be happy with that. So line out for Silverstream, their own pill. Wharenga, who's had a good game today, descended into the line out. He's Tuifao making his way into the back line. So what are they cooking up here, Silverstream? Inside their own half, looking to break out and change the momentum.
Almost stolen by Goodman, but Thompson's hands were secure behind him. Tuifua, 15 out from halfway, in centre field. Tukapua, cautious option again. That's a good kick though. That one in behind Rova of New Plymouth. Davis hasn't been that productive this afternoon, but he makes a good surge there.
Oh.
And New Plymouth are up to the 10-metre mark. And White has it, storming inside the 22. Jack White pulled down by Tukapua, 2 metres out from the line. Can New Plymouth stretch it and score? A try saver by Thompson.
It's over.
New Plymouth appeal for the rollover try, and they got it. Jack White, well, that is a rock star run if you ever saw one. Tukapua, a beautiful tackle, but Silverstream was stretched. New Plymouth went right when they could have gone left. It didn't matter, they're in the lead.
Fantastic break. He made metres. He was dragged down by the jersey just shy of the line. New Plymouth, it was all over the place there for a second. How was that ball staying to hand? Fantastic series of offloads from their back line. And the try comes. New Plymouth, we mentioned they were back in it. They're now back in the lead.
New Plymouth 23, Silverstream 21. How this game has turned. Silverstream were marching behind a symphony of whistle early in the second half. They kicked 2 penalties to clear out, but New Plymouth have rallied, and that try, arguably the best in the game. Jack White, circumspect start, but goodness, hasn't the banger exploded? And here's the kick by Fever, and it's over. 25-21. Silverstream with work to do. Well, those aggressive and polished carries of the first 10 minutes, they're in the distant past, Luke.
Yeah, they are. It's territory again. That's playing a pivotal role. But on that occasion, New Plymouth, they threw a bit of caution to the wind and it came up trumps for them.
And look at this body language. It's lethargic. Where's the energy from Silverstream? They need some vibrance and some calm. Restart by Tukapua. The outstanding Goodman catches. Here comes White again. Look out. This time, Silverstream's defence secures New Plymouth's inspirational back rower. Good kick made by New Plymouth. Down to halfway. Silverstream take it quickly. O'Connell, he's had a temperamental second half, but he skips away from two Tigers. He's a metre on the New Plymouth side of halfway. A juggle by Whariinga. He's dropped the ball. It's play on. Tuiafel explodes down the middle. He's at the 22. He's 20 metres out when tackled bravely by Fever. Silverstream hit the left side. Thompson for Moananu. And he's like a giraffe. And he's apprehended. 10 metres out from the line. Here comes Krynen. And Krynen batters his way forward. He's 10 metres out from the line. Tukapua. Short for Solomona. He juggled the ball too. Pushed away from White. Rover hangs on grimly. Silverstream 15 metres out from the line. Whariinga wrestling with White. 10 metres away from the line. A boot flies over the post. O'Connell makes the pass like Cinderella to Tuiafua. He can't unload. He had 4 to his left. Penalty Silverstream. Whoa. Connor Tuiafau has roared to life, but he might have been somewhat fortuitous there. It looked like a forward pass, but Silverstream's chance to rally.
Yeah, big bustling run from the loose-headed prop. They've all tried to be involved, the front rowers today. Whariinga was the man who lost the boot. He's retrieved it, so he will be able to participate in what looks to be a line-out or a scrum. Scrum, is it? Line out. So Whariinga will send it into the line out. There's been successful line out mauls from New Plymouth this afternoon. Can Silverstream follow suit and lay one down of their own? This is a big moment in the game. And
approaching
they do bring it
the
down.
last 10 minutes. Thompson catches the ball. Recycles for Whariinga. Advantage being played for Silverstream. Solomona pick and go. Smothered by White. O'Connell lofts the pass for Maraku. Steps off the right foot. Beats a would-be defender. Plummets to the surface. Arrow-like drive at the ruck by New Plymouth. Penalty for Silverstream. And this one is 15 metres out and a yellow card. Put it away, Ethan.
Jake White, I think.
And that's White. That's New Plymouth's talisman gone for the rest of the game. That's a tragedy. An absolute tragedy for New Plymouth. White sent off. Silverstream tap. Jericho Whariinga. Another advantage. Another penalty. Quick tap by Thompson. He's a metre short of the line. Funnels the ball back. Silverstream have 6 forwards over the line. And it's a try. Tuiafel looks like he scored it, and that would be appropriate given he engineered the initial attack, which created that possibility. Another lead change, 26-25, Silverstream ahead.
Industrious running from the forward pack on the back of the penalties. A few quick taps, powerful runs, lunges for the line. Bubbling over at Silverstream, it's all lining up for these final few minutes. They take the lead right back from New Plymouth, who had played well in the second half, but back-to-back penalties spelled the downfall there.
Well, that's huge. Jack White off the field. They were warned, New Plymouth, but unfortunately it was White with the most untimely indiscretion. It's Sam Kane in the Super Rugby final. Here's Liam Slight. He's kicked all 3 penalties this afternoon for Silverstream. Ball in the air, flags up. 28-25 the score, and we have less than 10 minutes remaining. McDonald Shield, edition 91 of this famous game. You know, this game was so revered that they used to play it halfway at the showgrounds in Hara, and the whole school of New Plymouth would train down for the match. And one year there was cigarette smoke that emanated from the carriages, and Yank Kerr, first 15 coach for 15 years, and rector, summoned the whole school to an assembly, and when no one owned up, he caned the entire school. 28-25. Are New Plymouth in for a shellacking here, or can they revive? A meritorious victory. They won on this field in 2022, but generally in recent times they've struggled to win this fixture. Silverstream 3 wins the last 4 years. Matuku, he's been outstanding, instrumental in architecting their line out.
And how influential will the loss of Jake White be in this forward pack with the line out? Their set piece has been good all day, but it might struggle with him gone.
Woodman, catch and dispatch. Here is McGregor on debut. Whiteman is absolutely walloped. Superb tackle by Wharienga, and that's more like it from Silverstream. Staunch defence, followed up by expert breakdown play. And that big tackle aroused the crowd, which has built since lunchtime. They should get credits for watching. This is very educational. Learn more about life than what you would in geometry, I tell you, folks.
Well, we're going to learn a lot about what New Plymouth are made of here, because this is a huge defensive line out for them. Silverstream throw it in. They've got to defend this strongly. They're a man down in their forward pack and subsequently in their line out. It's brought down by Silverstream successfully.
Thompson took a poor Solomon, a thunderous run. That's better from him. And look at that Silverstream pack. 4 with Solomon to carry him towards the 22. Juggle by Thompson Tukapua. Stays on his feet. Good tackle by Rover. New Plymouth, feisty at the ruck, as they have been all day. It dribbles sideways. Who has it? Silverstream, extract it back. Wharienga's played a blinder. Thompson short for Tuifua. Here's Maraku. Head bandaged like an Egyptian mummy, and he's lost the ball forward. Perhaps the bandage slipped onto his eyes and he couldn't see the ball. And now we come back for the knock-on advantage, and this is a midfield scrum. About 15 out from halfway, Luke. We have 5 minutes left.
Tell you what, I would have preferred that advantage to have gone out on that line out there. It was a decent little kick nearing that 22, but they have to bring it all the way back. So this is an important moment for New Plymouth. They can't afford to cough the ball up here. Infringements have been so plentiful all day. They need a clean bit of rugby here to close this game out. They trail by 5. A try will tie them.
Well, this game came down to the last minute a few years ago, and Riley Higgins, now in the Hurricanes, missed a kick in front of the post to win the game. He's famous now, but he's still reminded of that indiscretion.
More line-out troubles. Goodman having a word. He wants to set up. They're trying to figure out how they can best attack the scrum without Jake White involved. So they're going without a number 8, which would have been Jake White. So it's an undermanned scrum, and they've got to recycle ball here. Can't afford to be pushed back on their footprint by Silverstream here. This is a huge scrum, one of the biggest, if not the biggest, in the game. Here we go. New Plymouth feed.
Can New Plymouth hold firm? They do. Fever darts down the blind side. Elusive run by Davis. He's at the 10-metre mark. He's at the 22. Brave stop by Thompson Tukapua. New Plymouth have it, and they stretch it to midfield. Number 22 is Werder. Nelson in support. Werder takes it to the 22. Superb tackle by Teitua. Fever, he's added real impact since coming on in the halfback jersey for New Plymouth Boys High. A draw, not enough for New Plymouth to take away the McDonald Shield. New Plymouth through Rover. He's 20 metres out from the line. Isolated by Wharienga. Here is the inspirational Goodman. And he carries the ball inside the 22. O'Donnell takes out Fever. Play on, says the referee. Number 16 is on the field. That's Wong from Hong Kong. He's a violin player. Here's Goodman. Will he be playing a concerto for Silverstream? Oh, it's a penalty!
Oh. Well, they thought about the quick tap. Wasn't on the mark, so they're going to have to slow it down and go back to their trusty set piece.
A set piece for New Plymouth. Their most reliable ammunition to decide the fate of the Shane McDonald Trophy. And if ever there was anyone who liked a set piece, it was the rugged hooker, Shane McDonald.
Look at the despair of Jake White. He's up on that far and goal, hands on head. He can't believe he's not involved in this set piece for New Plymouth. He was their man all day.
He can't have long left in the sin bin. But here comes the New Plymouth line out.
Huge moment.
The ball is in the air. Goodman snatches it down with his left hand, compresses it tight against his body. New Plymouth barrel to within a metre of the paint.
He's got it.
It's a try.
He's done it.
It's a try. New Plymouth have scored.
Tie game. It could be Matuku again, the hooker. Who comes up with it?
3 set pieces, 3 tries. And Matuku is claiming the spoils.
Second try for Matuku off the rolling maul. Fantastic work. It's been their go-to all day. They brought the ball down solidly, and the power was too much for Stream to hang on with mere minutes remaining. A conversion here from far out, which will give New Plymouth the lead. This is a huge kick.
And possibly the last moment of the game. And New Plymouth deserved this victory. They rallied from 8 down, and they've done it with some intelligent kicking. Fever has plugged the ball in behind the Silverstream wingers, and their hard-running loose forwards have been outstanding. Here comes the kick from Fever.
Well, he's hit it well.
A low, hard, flat strike, which fades to the left. There's still time.
Rift has a check of the clock. He's going to let it run. Well, the one thing we don't deserve is a draw.
Tukapua's restart. Scrapes over the 10-metre mark. New Plymouth have knocked it on. Silverstream have a lifeline. They have a scrum. And this rather subdued crowd, they finished their Camwar and they're beginning to make some noise.
Jake White's back for the scrum. This is huge for New Plymouth.
Well, that is massive for New Plymouth. An extra defender and their most accomplished forward. Well, there is the possibility of a drop goal too, though nobody in this team has ever kicked one. Silverstream scrum, 15 metres in from touch, 15 out from the 22. Traditional rugby on a Wednesday. Brad Hudson, get over COVID. Free kick for Silverstream. Solomona taps, dummies to his right, bounces away from a New Plymouth wall at the 22. It's an ambitious offload. It finds hand though instead of land. Silverstream are 15 metres away from the line. Jericho Wharienga, a stomping run. He's 20 metres out from the line, close to centre field. Here comes Steele for Silverstream. They're only 15 metres out from the line. Pick and go by Solomona. He's 10 metres away. Advantage for Silverstream. It's an advantage for Silverstream. Slate has been spotless from the tee. More heartbreak potentially for New Plymouth. And there it is.
What a way to give it away. That is heartbreaking.
So Liam Slate directly in front, 15 metres out. The faith fingers are in the air already. He hasn't even put the ball on the tee.
Well, you couldn't have asked for an easy kick for it to be, but do you fancy the pressure? This is for the game on the tee from right out in front.
30 to 28. New Plymouth lead. Liam Slate hammers it through. And a game of slight margins. Liam is the biggest hero. Silverstream retain the McDonald Shield. 31 to 30. New Plymouth crestfallen, desolate, devastated. Silverstream, the luckiest of winners. St Patrick's, well, he answered a prayer today.
Unbelievable stuff. Silverstream won here. This Hello Turf has hosted an absolute classic once again. New Plymouth, it was all theirs in the second half. They fought their way back. They had the lead, and Liam Slate steps up in the biggest moments from the tee, right out in front of the goalpost. He slots it through and raises the arm. He kicks the goal. He wins the game. St Pat's Silverstream take it out on home turf this afternoon. Fantastic game, fantastic atmosphere. What a game, Adam Julian.
Well, Liam Slate's boot ought to be preserved and placed in the chapel. A winning penalty in a traditional match. Silverstream 31, New Plymouth 30. Brad Hudson recover quickly. We want you here. We love it. Huddy Sports. First 15 traditional day, a Silverstream victory by 31 to 30.
What else are they going to do? Of course they're going to take it from.
Hi, Victor.